In the last quarter of the 20th century, much of the world sat on the edge of an increasingly expensive theater seat, waiting for something momentous to occur. Christian aficionados of the Second Coming scenario were convinced that after 2,000 years, the other shoe was about to drop, and 5 of the era's best-known psychics predicted that Atlantis would soon re-emerge from the depths. To this last, Princess Li Cherie responded, "There are 3 lost continents. We are one. The lovers." In whatever esteem one might hold Princess Li Cherie's thoughts, one must agree that the last quarter of the century was a severe period for lovers. It was a time when romantic relationships took on the character of ice and spring, stranding many little children on jagged and inhospitable floes. Nobody quite knew what to make of the moon anymore. Consider a certain night in August. The moon was so bloated it was about to tip over. For more than an hour, Li Cherie stared at the sky. "Does the moon have a purpose?" she inquired. The same query put to the Remington SL3 typewriter elicited this response. Albert Camus wrote that the only serious question in life is whether to kill yourself or not. Tom Robbins wrote that the only serious question is whether time has a beginning and an end. Camus clearly got up on the wrong side of bed, and Robbins must have forgotten to set the alarm. There is only one serious question, and that is, who knows how to make love today? Answer me that, and I will tell you whether or not to kill yourself. Answer me that, and I will ease your mind about the beginning and the end of time. Answer me that, and I will reveal to you the purpose of the moon. Somewhere I have never traveled, gladly beyond any experience, your eyes have their silence. In your most frail gesture are things which enclose me, or which I cannot touch because they are too near. Your slightest look easily will unclose me, though I have closed myself as fingers. You open always, petal by petal, myself as spring opens, touching skillfully, mysteriously, her first rose. Or if your wish be to close me, I and my life will shut very beautifully, suddenly, as when the heart of this flower imagines the snow carefully everywhere descending. Nothing which we are to perceive in this world equals the power of your intense fragility, whose texture compels me with the color of its countries, rendering death and forever with each breathing. I do not know what it is about you that closes and opens, only something in me understands. The voice of your eyes is deeper than all roses. Nobody, not even the rain, has such small hands. Not even the rain has such small hands. Nobody, not even the rain has such small hands. Nobody, not even the rain has such small hands. It was many and many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child in that princedom by the sea, but we loved with a love that was more than just love. Oh, with a love even the seraphs up in heaven covet. And that was the reason that long ago in that princedom asleep by the sea, that a wind shut her body in a sepulcher buried in the sea, that bore my sweet darling away from me. Oh, the angels, they envied us, envied our love. Yes, that was the reason the wind came out, stirred the air and made the waves shake madly, killing my Annabel Lee. Oh, my Annabel Lee. Our love, it was strong, so strong, that neither the angels up in heaven nor the demons in the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of my Annabel Lee. There once was a great kingdom, and its great king had a beautiful daughter who passed her days in solitude, weaving garments for the pleasure of her father. One day, while she was sitting beside the great river, peering across, she saw a handsome young shepherd boy leading his flock through the pasture. Immediately, she fell in love. Thereafter, she became terribly disheartened, knowing that, due to her duties at the loom, she would be unable to pursue that love. The king, aware that it was by his bidding that such despair had befallen her, felt great remorse, and arranged for her to marry the shepherd. Their marriage was one of happiness from the start, and every day thereafter they grew happier and happier. However, in immersing herself in her marriage, the princess had neglected her weaving, and as a result, the great king became angry. Unable to reconcile with that anger, the great king banished each of the lovers to opposite sides of the great river, allowing them only to meet once each year, on the 7th day of the 7th month. On that day, a ferryman carries the shepherd boy across the river to the princess, and returns him home at day's end. However, if the princess has not fulfilled her obligations at the loom, the king floods the river, and the two cannot meet.